Number 10. Last one of the year. It's kind of sad when you think of it that way. And what would be a Money Night Monday without a trip to Oni Village? It is loser final time. And well, look, we made you wait a long time, so we're going to give you a long match potentially. That's kind of how this goes. Going to be a fun one for you as well. I had the team names. I lost the team names. I mean, we know Pug's Life is here. We saw them play before. They're going to be on that red side. And then there's probably some Esper-related name on the other side because they always like to tie it in. What is it? Rule4RealQuick. Yeah, got that one right. But no, it's going to be good. I'll be giving out all the Rule 4s to these guys, okay? That's going to be a lot of fun. Rule4RealQuick was not real quick in their win over Zooey Mama. That's kind of why we were waiting to get into this one. So shout out to Capybara and Co. Ukuzo and Jaffe, they got close, but they're not quite there. SquishyPoro, Wilbursx, and Esper going up against that scary squad we saw before in that upper bracket final. The Triple Mako squad, which unfortunately gave them a loss, and they weren't able to come through once again in, you know, it's how it goes. I'm still a little sad by that. But yes, a Pug's Life. Strong team. Strong draft as well. Zentaro, Dubu, and Kai coming out on that side. Of course, it is Zinnia, Kruha, and Ayo. Here we are, though, on to Oni Village. And what have we got? Super Surges. Super Surge on Wilbursx, SquishyPoro, Zinnia, and Ayu. Kruha and Esper, however, have opted for the extra special. Siphoning Wand on Ayo as well. A little bit interesting right there, but not too surprising. I kind of feel like SquishyPoro is going to be getting a lot of damage down throughout, and Ayu is going to be like right potentially in their face. So we'll see how that Siphoning Wand does play out. Goal is going to be opened up right now, though, and that's going to be the first point in going over to, well, it's not eggs, it's the other team. So it is a Pug's Life getting the first goal. Don't let the graphics fool you. It is the Pug's Life who have scored the first point. It is the Pug's Life who are in this game, and it is the Pug's Life who are already down a barrier to start things off, so that's a little bit awkward. Also, chat, once again, I didn't really introduce myself, but this is still formal. I have not changed my name since I was on last, and, well, you know what? I'm still solo casting, so if you want to have a chat, if you want to talk to me, I will be responding to you and answering questions incorrectly and the likes, as I usually do. Ayo puts it down, second goal. Both these goals so far under 30 seconds. Pretty good stuff, I suppose, if you are a fan of the Pug's Life. Early days in this game. Expect to see it kind of continuing, I'd have to imagine. Like, it really feels like when I was looking at all the lineups for today's games, there were two big names, like teams that like would have to be favorites. And even though Esper and Wilbursx and Co, SquishyPoro, like, yeah, they've had some successes as of late. Like, they've really established themselves as a top 4 team. The top 2 teams just feel like that cut above. And so far in the early days here at Demon Days, we've been seeing just that. That says SquishyPoro looks like they just got a KO with the blob. Kruha unable to stop that 2v1 push because Ayo was staggered, but now Ayo on the attack nearly was able to sneak it in. Pass back down SquishyPoro. Not going to be able to get it, but is going to get a KO. Zinnia now back on this Kai. Should be able to play goalie, but the barrage went wide, and that's going to be a point scored by the likes of Esper and Co. I don't know why their name isn't sticking with me. Rule4RealQuick. There it is. What a slime, says Jaffe. I have to agree, Jaffe. That slime was very timely. The timely slimely, as it is known by professionals. Second barrier will fall, so a chance right now for Rule4RealQuick to be able to actually get, you know, into a tight situation here. Be a nice little cheeky reverse sweep for the first set, potentially, if they're able to put it in. Kruha's defense, though, is going to be very solid. Dubu on this map can be annoying to deal with because you can't shut down one of those like highways, but at the same time, I kind of like Kai a little bit more. Granted, you have Zinnia on the Kai being able to play aggressive, and I mean, you're also going to be able to hold out that topside SquishyPoro. Oh, what a diving redirect. I thought that was going to be enough for the goal. Not quite going to get in there this time, as you can see. The bewitching beam coming up is not going to be enough, and what a KO from Ayo. What? It's not going to be enough. SquishyPoro with the redirect puts that one in, and we're tied 2-all. This one, as we're apparently my audio went away for a little bit, but we're back now. Not too sure what happened there. First barrier falling on that top side. Not going to be enough. People can hear me, right? Like, if I were to say hello and the chat can respond, like, I mean, I don't know. I'd like to believe they can. And the producer's saying they can hear me, but I don't see anyone. I don't see any evidence of this. I think the producer's lying to me. Either way, it's a reverse sweep for the first set. That's going to be a big little turnaround. Rule 4 real quick. Bit of a surprise. The bigger surprise, I don't think we had any overtimes in 5 goals. Oni Village, not really Oni's Prison in that first set right there. I mean, Squishy straight up claiming he should have banned the Juno, and I'm one to believe it. Hotshot going to be taken for this one. And I love Hotshot on Juno because that just means, you know, the better you're playing, the more blobs come out. It's just like it feels win more, but win more in the right way. It's like win more in your own control, in your own destiny. It encourages you to make those plays. So that's going to be fun. Aerials on the Kai as well is always going to be a nice little grab. Interesting again, seeing, you know, the Stagger Swagger kind of going real quick over to IO, who is still there and getting some damage down to Esper, but Cruod just kind of missing defensively. First barrier is going to fall. A little bit surprised by that. Looking to kind of force it through, but Zinnia's going to lose out on that one. Esper now looking to kind of touch it in. SquishyPoro goes for the shot. Doesn't find it, but a good little barrage from Wilbursx does make that first save. Not able to make the second one. Zinnia able to find the second barrier on that bot side. IU now just trying to bully out Wilbursx, but not able to get. SquishyPoro goes in deep, perhaps a little too deep either way. IO cuts off that middle of the pitch again. We can really see that super surge coming into play. Everyone just lunging so far. And I think that's a big reason why these points are going a little bit faster. Zinnia brute forcing it in with the barrage gets the first goal for a pug's life. Now after this match as well, if we go to map 2, it will be on Night Market, and map 3, should we need it, will be Atlas's Lab for the record. So interesting map selections. 3 very different maps actually, which I always appreciate. As we see, core flip sets up and IO knocks it in. 2-0 lead now in our second set. But hey, we already saw one reverse sweep set. We could be seeing another one. Let's see what SquishyPoro and co can do. I mean, SquishyPoro's Juno always so fun to watch. Eyes are going to be on them to see what they can pull off right now, as the rollout on that top side not able to find too much. He's going to try to force it down below, but in the end wasn't really able to flip the map as effectively as they'd like. SquishyPoro doesn't get a good touch because of the core flip, but that barrage absolutely was on point. Now Zinnia leading charge back up the other way, has a core flip readily available. Won't use it on that first lunge. Instead, try to use it to bully SquishyPoro. Squishy saw that one coming, had to go evasive to avoid. Either way, now Zinnia dribbling it. Wants to get to IO, didn't really time that one correctly. The barrage, though, kind of disrupts the clear, so control still being held by a pug's life until SquishyPoro pushes it forward. And now we're seeing that hot shot come into fruition. All of those will count as strikes, so the cooldowns just get slower and lower. Squishy now not really committing just yet. Wants to go through the highway. Zinnia tries to go up top, but then, yep, there's that big jump. Squishy nearly cuts it off. Doesn't matter, though. Goal opens up. One more good strike is all this red side needs to make this one a tied game in terms, well, straight up just a tied game. IO unable to bring it through, though. Squishy's forward, drops all the globs, but it's not going to be enough. The Bloobers can't quite splooge it through as SquishyPoro crosses up. Big core flip strike right down the middle, and that's going to be a 2-1 lead. But if we see another reverse sweep set, like, I don't even know, man. I don't even know. As we see SquishyPoro lose that bottom barrier. Let's see, we go Zinnia through that top side. Core flip back down. Squishy tries to jump in, but doesn't really get there. As we see another touch up top. Maelstrom redirects, puts it down low. As Wilbur throws it down to Esper. Zinnia wanting to lock down that top side. There's a core flip available, but doesn't get used straight away by Wilbur. As Zinnia continues to kind of play that one in the corner. Squishy down to Esper. They don't really fully connect. Back up to that top side. Squishy again looking for the next touch. Doesn't quite find it. The barrage slows it down. Core flip, though, instead comes with Crew up. Back up top. Not enough to punch it in. Giga Blast as well. Holds it in that middle of the field. And the Tofu Prison works against Crewhot. That allows the barrier to fall. A chance to make it another tie game. Aya with the core flip will open up that other barrier. Zinnia starting to push forward. Has a barrage available. And that will be enough to take the second set. We're going to be tied 1 apiece. Oh, man. Big time turnaround from the Pugs' life to be able to get that second set down in their favor. As we get geared up to go into set number 3 right now. We'll be really curious if Rule 4 will be able to like actually get some early goals. I feel like Rule 4, they've looked strong. They've had their key moments again. SquishyPoro on the Juno, always fun to watch, but yeah, I mean, we saw the two different sides of Juno between that first and that second set, and there was always that first and that last pick forced to go the Spark right now. It's always a little bit frustrating. Chrono Blast on Zinnia is going to be something to watch out for as well. Those speed boosts, we already see how Zinnia likes to play this Kai, where essentially it's just like, I'm just brute forcing it in, running at you with the barrage firing, and that core is going where I want it. With the Chrono Boost, that becomes even more effective. Early KO as well for this point, but might not matter because SquishyPoro got the touch. That's going to be the double barrier found, yet it's IO with the KO. That opens up the doorway. Zinnia gets credit for the goal. Just well in sync, this red side. Gonna make that one a 1-0 lead. Really looking good. As we try to see some pressure on that top side. Esper, unable to force it through. As Gruaw tries to hold the fort on that top end. Wilbur actually has to go evasive right there. Io tried to kind of force it in, but now Io gets staggered. Io gets KO'd. SquishyPoro jumping right in the face of Gruaw and then flips it down. Beats out Zinnia to get the first barrier. Pass back up to Esper. Wins the strike war against Gruaw. And now we're looking at an open net. SquishyPoro with control. Wanted to go down low, but a timely respawn from Io. Gets there in time. Ball. Tofu wall does come up. SquishyPoro kind of dribbles to themselves through it. Doesn't pass it down, though. Esper might have had a lane there. It was a bit too intense, though. Can't be too critical in those types of situations. SquishyPoro looking for the dunk. Doesn't find it on the first attempt. Good rollout, but it's straight into a blob. The pressure still being held. Core flip delayed. Game it chicken. One out by Zinnia. Saw it through, and here comes the strike into the core flip. Zinnia using it to secure. SquishyPoro, big dive, redirect, big hits from the blobs. And that leads to the goal. Esper redirecting it off that bottom. And that's going to make it a tie game, 1 apiece. 1-1. Here we go. As we're going to see Wilbur, unfortunately, just kind of concede that top half again. More content to defend the bottom. The barrage trying to force it past Zinnia, who was just able to step back and kind of, maintain that control. Core flip into the barrage. Secures the second barrier. Rollout will lock down that top side. Zinnia wanted to use it. Didn't really quite make contact in a way they would like straight away. Either way, it's pace kind of slowing down. Another good touch. Actually finds the lower barrier. This time Gruaw was ready for it. Hit the top. Nice little intercept from Squishy. But wasn't able to follow it up. Instead, Ayu goes for the dunk. That doesn't go in. But they get the ace instead. And that will lead to the goal. Gruaw gets credit for it. What a ace right there. Oh, that was awkward. I don't know how the ace happened, but the core didn't go in straight away. Like, obviously, when you get an ace, you're going to get the point. But, like, that was just... The save somehow got made amidst that chaos. Either way, set point right now for a Pug's life. They just need one more with the goal open to get themselves with a nice 2-1 lead. It looks like Ayu's going to try to lead the charge. They're not able to finish it this time around, but through the top duel with Wilbur sees Wilbur win out. Now SquishyPoro beats out Gruaw, opens it up back on the other side. SquishyPoro down. Not quite in. Towards the top we go. Io looking to hold down that top end, but gets the touch right through that top corner. Going to make this one a 3-1 set for a Pug's life, just like the second set, and a Pug's life are now 1 set away from taking the first game in this best of 3. Good stuff from the Pugs. And with Zentaro on that first pick as well. Where will they take it? Twin drive. And that makes sense to me. Spark of agility, so Juno Spark build. A little bit awkward. Cast to last for even more movement speed. And again, remember, that's a chrono boost already on Zinnia. So with the cast last as well, they are going to be so fast in those key moments. Will be exciting to watch. This Zinnia is scaring me on this Kai right now with how much potential they have. I think they could be quite strong in this one. See what they're going to be able to bring. Zinnia's barrage isn't quite enough to beat out Wilbursx. It says SquishyPoro is going to come back up at the other side of the tofu wall, kind of throws this one around. Wilbursx wants to go straight down the middle. Squishy's there. It's a bit of a striker duo, but not enough to beat it out. As the core just continues to get thrown about on that lower end right now. Open goal. Zinnia, though, starting to see some of that speed. Wasn't enough, but the jump. What do we call this? The jump and dunk? The dump and bunk? Dump and boink? I don't know. Either way, SquishyPoro gets the goal. 1-0 lead. Really good stuff for Squishy and co. First time we've seen him score the first goal in this match. Maybe they could turn it into a set. We could be going to 5. It is the Oni prison. What this map is known for. First barrier falls. Second barrier, not quite yet. Esper wants to control the top side. But isn't going to be able to maintain it, at least not straight away. SquishyPoro wants that pass up. Just trying to force Zinnia off it. There's the Maelstrom, but no! Crewhawk got a touch on it. Somehow made that save. Big time effort from the goal keep in Crewhawk. From the boo keeper. The do-boo keeper. Do-boo keeper. I don't know. My pun game is just not on it tonight, alright? I really want it to be. I want to be talking the puns, but they're just not there. I think I used all my brain power on the terrible acronyms during that winner's final. Still, 3 seconds away from overtime, so things are going to get really, really crazy. We had Crewhawk still kind of locking down the fort on that top end. As long as that barrier is standing, it's a pretty massive advantage for the team in red. Zinnia, I want to see them get to that core to Zinnia, but it's intercepted. SquishyPoro was waiting for it. And you know, I mean, like, everyone can recognize the threat that Zinnia poses whenever their cooldowns are up. But same thing can be said for AO as well. I mean, the secure abilities on this red side are so strong. It kind of feels like it's up for our team in blue to play keep away at moments, and they've been doing a good job at it. That touch from SquishyPoro was nasty enough to open up that goal. Core flip available for Crewhawk, but same for Esper as well. They wanted to play chicken, but the barrage wins out. So does the Giga Blast, not able to kind of punch it through. As Crewhawk goes up to AU, Zinnia again into the block, but it's intercepted by IO, and they're not able to turn into a goal straight yet. The lunge misses. SquishyPoro wants to dribble into the Maelstrom. Doesn't really work out. Core flip from Crewhawk gets it down to IO, who saves the core flip for the next touch, but straight into Wilbursx, who wins the distant duel. Wob doesn't get the redirect they were looking for. Zinnia, though, unfortunately, will lose the duel to the diving SquishyPoro. As we look to go for a cross-up. It was Zinnia to IO, straight down and in, and we're tied 1-1 in set number 4. The do-boo-boo. The do-boo-boo sounds like, you know, a cut on Doo-boo's knee. He got his do-boo-boos, and someone needs to kiss them better and hug them tight. And make him feel good. Everyone needs a good tuck-in. You know, every now and then, especially during Christmas, family time or something. Wilbur, oh, with the Giga Blast gets the KO, and that could lead to good things, perhaps, for our team in blue. Again, they kind of need to win this set pretty badly. Don't want to go down a game, at least not yet. Here we go, Wilbur trying to force it up through SquishyPoro. Only go so far with it. Wilbur again keeping it down low. Crewhawk goes up top to Zinnia. Esper trying to connect back down to SquishyPoro. They're not able to find the goal, at least not on that attack. Second doorway opens up. A chance to make this a 2-1 game right now. Zinnia wants to play it down low. IU will catch, and IU will drive it through. And we go to match point for game 1 in this best of 3. This is a spooky moment. What can our team in red do to kind of keep themselves back in this one? SquishyPoro went for the dive, wasn't able to find too much after that. Now it's kind of pinned in an awkward spot. IO wants to take it back up top. It's not where the barrier is, at least not this time. Wilbursx does have a core flip available, so we'll see how and when they use it. At the moment, not really needed. SquishyPoro with the core flip as well. IU sitting on a core flip as well. Things get really crazy really quickly. Still 30 seconds away from overtime. That's going to be the first core flip used to avoid the barrage. Wilbursx just insta-pops theirs to flip it back to the red side. SquishyPoro still sitting. Expect to see a jump play with it. That seems to be kind of oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say that seems to be SquishyPoro's MO, but not this time. And now, all of a sudden, the goal is opened up. Esper is about to get their core flip. SquishyPoro still tries to cut it off, but Kruha sees it through. And now this is a dangerous situation for Rule 4. Oh, Zinnia not able to force it in. Kruha dribbles it to themselves, avoids the Bewitching Beam, and now Zinnia wanting to lead the charge. Esper, though, will catch it. Bewitching Beam make contact. Rollout misses. And all of a sudden, we've got an open net on both sides. The Blobs were in position. Now they're gone, and it's a cheeky redirect from Zinnia to take game 1. And it's going to be our team in red taking the first game. So here we go. Oh, hello. Hello, everybody, again. Apparently you couldn't get enough of it. You just got to keep putting my face up there. But no, really fun opening game. Ayu putting down 35k damage, but only 4 KOs. Hey, that damage still had its effect. It was still able to kind of get that pressure. And again, like, when they were just able to rush it down, the Ayu Zinnia rundown, devastating. Kruha still played really well, though, as well. I mean, Kruha in that goal keep position, doing their job. Whew. So, we're going to Night Market next. I'm really curious to see where the bans kind of go in this one. Because they beat the Juno. They beat SquishyPoro's Juno, which makes me think that Juno might get through again. I'm kind of hoping for that. I imagine both these teams will probably want to play Dubu on this one, so I doubt we're going to see the Dubu ban. I'm expecting maybe like an Era will get banned. I can see Era or even a Juliet ban potentially coming through for this next one. Really curious. I don't know. I don't know what we'll see. But we are going to get in this one. Don't forget to hydrate. You're right. Let's hydrate. We are hydrated. I had a legit drink. In fact, I need another drink. Oh, water's good. Oh, of course now. Yeah, now it's going to be a ban. Not too surprising. Get rid of now. Get her out of here. Get her out right now. Now going to be banned. And the Juno is going to cop a ban. Interesting. Well, I do worry now for Rule 4. We should be seeing Dubu v Dubu in this one when it comes to the goalkeep side. Be very shocked if that's not the case. Juliet's as well. Going to get locked in for that pressure. Era, Juliet. Pretty standard combo. The Amy on Esper. I mean, again, it's another signature pick. I think he got banned out last time. My memory's not very good. So you're kind of swapping one main for another main. And it is a interesting. So Kruha upping for the Kai goalie. I thought we were going to be seeing Dubu v Dubu. I guess not. What do I know? I don't know much. So here we go. Zinnia appears to have DC'd, so we'll be waiting for Zinnia to get back in. Hopefully shouldn't take too long. Would like to see Zinnia back. Zinnia is moving. There we go. And we are underway. Night Market. You know, I never really noticed it before. Those barriers are really small. I feel like they used to be bigger. Is that just my imagination? Or have they shrunk those middle, like those little barriers? Like, am I just that, like, out of it? Weird. Either way, gonna be KO on the top side. There's a bit of Juliet v Juliet action, and SquishyPoro came out on top of the tofu wall, now keeping SquishyPoro away from the strikes. Does not matter. Esper's going to be the one to force it in, and that's going to be good. Have I had my meds? No. I thought that was obvious. I probably should have opened with that, to be honest. Very, very unmedicated. We're unhinged tonight. Okay. This is the last Monday Night Monday of the year. Final one. So who cares what we say, all right? Nothing will have any long-term ramifications. Goal's going to open up right now. Wilbursx has the court flip. Whether or not that gets used, we will see. Barrier same size. Yeah. I don't believe you. I feel like they're smaller now. They're mini barriers now. They used to be so big. As Esper tries to find the strike, not quite gonna get it. Core bouncing around. As IU will drill it to themselves and get it in. That's gonna be a goal. It's gonna be a nice little 1-0 start. Oh man, I'm just... yeah. Here we go though. First barrier's gonna fall down. I got distracted by a meme. That was sent to me. I can't help it. I can't help my brain is look. You'll understand soon, okay? Everyone will understand what's going on in my brain. That's going to be a nice little goal right there. 2-1 right now. People stepping it up, getting themselves back where they want to be. As we continue with this game, I'm just trying to fix up something went terribly wrong with my camera. Oh no. But it will be fine in one moment. There we go. Okay, now it's fine. Anyways, we're gonna see first barrier fall on the top side. Not quite able to get it. Zinnia actually forced off by SquishyPoro, who's gonna try and get underneath. Doesn't go too far. Kruha swings and misses as Io. Oh, wasn't able to get that touch either, so core flip available still for Io. Whether or not they'll find an avenue to use it, we will see. Back down, Esper wants to throw it up to SquishyPoro, gets the second barrier, and now with the goal opened up, Wilbursx going to try to force their way through. Caught by Kruha, passes it down to Zinnia. Wilbur, though, wants to catch it. Down comes the AIME turret. Here comes the shots, maybe. Everyone evasive on the red side, and yet they still come through finding the save. Io is going to get that kick punch, though, and, well, kind of get a KO. So power play finally favoring this team in red. As the Bewitching Beam buys enough time for the first barrier, then a redirect up top from Zinnia finds the second, and now Kruha leading the charge forward. Ayu kick punch, nope, no, dribble kick punch, not this time, at least Kruha. Very delayed touch, but Esper with that speed was able to intercept it away. Now Ayu with another chance, doesn't connect on the punch, does not matter. Still was able to find the strike for the goal, and that's going to be the first set going to the red side. Big goal, big moments, which is what we want to see right now. Looking very, very good. And so we get ready for our next match. I am told that... Okay, so, fun fact, everybody. And this is important to take note of, okay? The starting awakenings were told to you via that weird neuro brain chip something. I don't know. Is that something Elon Musk is doing yet? I feel like it's in the future. I'm not getting it, though, because brain chips are disgusting. Either way, opening awakenings were Timeless Creator as well as Knife's Edge. The entirety of our red team all took Knife's Edge. Timeless Creator on Esper and Wilbursx. First barrier has already gone down as well, so that's looking pretty exciting. As this is actually looking very, very troubling right now for the likes of a Pug's Life. We'll see if they're going to be able to kind of recompose themselves. First barrier falls on the top side. Down goes that second barrier. Zinnia looking to dribble it to themselves. Not able to get that goal just yet. Good little catch from the barrage over the wall from Kruha. Now looking to force it in. Ayu off the bottom post, making it 1-0. Pug's Life continuing to look very, very strong. I like what a Pug's Life is doing here. I like how they're continuing to control this. As we sit at a 1-0 scoreline right now, as Kruha will throw it down, not able to dribble with it. Oh, down goes that bottom barrier. Kruha trying to stay alive. Core bouncing around. Ayu up, unable to get the kick punch because of timely strike and then roll out from Wilbursx. Keeps the control of this one. Kruha now going to look to dribble it to Zinnia. Esper disrupts it, lunging forward, but still Zinnia winds up somehow with control straight to the rollout. It was able to hit the barrier just in the nick of time. Getting pass up to Ayo could be dangerous. The kick punch is there. That's going to be the second barrier as well as a KO. Maelstrom doesn't make contact, but it might not matter. The last turret shot only gave the core over to Kruha. And now they're going to force it up through the top. There's the core flip. There's the barrage, but no. Instead, it's all a ploy to throw it down to Ayu, who will let it ride. That came off Esper, and it's a 2-0 lead. An own goal. Oh, you love to see it. You love to see the own goals. Awkward moment from Esper right there, but it was I mean, can't be too too harsh. It was very chaotic. I love that redirect pass to set up the goal, and, well, I like the goal even more. But with both barriers down, this could be a chance for Rule4RealQuick to get themselves right back in it. That's a good way to start. Wilbur's touch just goes straight up off the top post and in. And again, we've seen them reverse sweep sets before. Let's not be too surprised when they do it for a second time. This team, they do not give up easy. They keep fighting. They are a team of fighters. Here we go. Remember to hydrate, people. Remember to hydrate as Kruha wants to throw it down to Zinnia. That's going to be the second barrier down. Kruha now crossover to Zinnia as well. Redirects it up, and that's going to be the second set going to a Pug's Life. They're in a prime position to just run away with this game. One more set, and they go back to that grand final. And I think it's going to be a fun grand final, too. Again, our team in the grand final, you know, it's the team EGGFUCT, I believe is the proper pronunciation. Demolitionist, not a bad pick, actually. And even though we're already in the third set, still good. Any map with multiple barriers, you kind of want to take that Demolitionist if you can. It's going to be fun. Team player as well going on that other side, actually. I'm kind of curious by the team player on Wilbur's. I mean, it does make sense. Good for a goalie, good for passing. Fight or flight, though, on Zinnia. We're going to be seeing some very, very fast play. So this is going to be an exciting one. Again, a Pug's Life one set away from going back to that grand final, where we can see a rematch between these two sides. Esper can't quite force it in. Thought this AI me had it. The glitch pop definitely does, yet Zinnia is still able to kind of keep some semblance of control. Wilbur's kind of on that back foot right now, trying to find another touch, but is just unable to get it past Zinnia, who is keeping their ground. Now flipping it back up to the top side. Io unable to find too much with it there, except for a kick punch. They get a KO, still gets caught by the turret. Doesn't matter. SquishyPoro misses with their kick punch, and that's going to be control, you'd have to assume, well and truly within the hands of a Pug's Life. As they go to the top side, GigaBlast sets up the first barrier to fall. It came off Zinnia, I believe. And Zinnia again tries to find their way to Io, not able to get there. Does a good job, SquishyPoro. They avoided the Bewitching Beam, but it set them up perfectly for the kick punch from Io to get that KO. Glitch Pop goes backwards, a little bit awkward from Esper there. Still, they're trying to force a goal. Again, it's open. It's there for the taking. Good strike from Wilbur's. Keeps the core away for the time being. Wilbur's been doing a good job kind of just keeping that core as far away from this barrier as possible, and then that happens. Oh, Night Market. Again, I mean, these barriers, they just seem bigger than normal. They're bigger than they've been in the past. Io's going to go ahead and get that goal. 1-0. 2 points away now. A Pug's Life. Absolutely crushing it at this stage. See if they can keep this forward momentum there. Io wants to step forward, but can't quite get it past SquishyPoro. That's still going to be a punch kick KO. Now up on the top side, Zinnia forces it past Wilbur. Second touch off Io. Gets the second barrier. Now it's all up to Zinnia. No! They miss it! And it's the slowest barrier take you will see. Kruha has to kind of try and burn their core flip to avoid the turret, but Esper's going to go ahead and get the second one. It was so good for a Pug's Life, and it got so bad. KO now forces the power play. Core flip stopped by Zinnia. Wilbur's long strike, though, will be able to set up SquishyPoro, and we're going to be tied 1 apiece. Oh, my goodness, that was funny. That was a moment to be remembered for sure. Man, that was fun. I liked that. I actually really enjoyed that. I don't know why I did so much, but I did. Either way, first barrier is going to fall on the top side. Zinnia is going to look to get down to Io, but not quite there. Kruha should be able to throw it back up to Zinnia. No Bewitching Beam on this approach. A little bit awkward because down will go the second barrier, and all of a sudden, Rule4RealQuick, they're going to have a chance in this one because they get their second goal. And now they have a chance to take this third set and extend this game. Oh, this is what we want to see. We don't want to see a clean sweep in our second set. Well, it's not clean anymore. I mean, goals have been scored, but we don't want to see a sweep in our second set. Definitely hope we see if Rule4RealQuick can get themselves in this one. Zinnia does have a core flip available. Try to drive it up to the top. There's the core flip, but no, it's going to get denied. Both the glitch pop and the tofu wall able to disrupt it for the time being. Esper looking to kind of force it back up through the passing lane. There was a turret waiting, but it won't be able to get there. Maelstrom keeps Esper away as well. Bewitching Beam, though, not enough to get past the small SquishyPoro. As Squishy just continues to win every strike war and was pushing it further and further forward. That said, first barrier will fall. Core flip to try to secure the second and voice the rollout into the special. Another KO as well. Kruha, credit for that one. 3v1. Zinnia can't get it past Wilbur, but the second touch will. And we're on match point 2v2 in set number 3. Oh, this is going to be a dramatic ending. That is for sure. You see them piece it together, Kruha. Down on that bot side, Ayo trying to force things through it. Pass back up to Zinnia as they look to stay along that top corridor. Kruha keeps it held up high. Ayo stays with it. Core flip available again for Kruha. Might have to use it defensively at this right though. SquishyPoro again starting that charge. Is able to get that first better. Zinnia swings and a miss on the strike. Second one does not. Now with that move speed gets it up towards Ayo. The punch is timed well to get the barrier on the other side. And the Maelstrom forces it past that tofu wall. But here comes Kruha stepping forward into the Bewitching Beam. Shot is going to be safe. SquishyPoro though caught by the Giga Blast. Still not quite enough. Kruha has backup. And Zinnia glitch pop nearly stuck it through. Forces out the core flip. And that somehow hits the geometry there to get that second barrier. That said, 2 core flips available. Both on Wilbur and Esper. Well, now just on Wilbur, because Esper has to burn their own. It's not going to be enough to find the goal in the immediate vicinity. Now Zinnia tries to muscle it through that top side. Can only go so far with the Giga Blast. Also forcing SquishyPoro around is a KO! Big time KO. Give credit to Esper for that one. The cross map glitch pop got it done. 2v3. And yet Zinnia with the core flip should be able to hold that top side down. Here we go. Respawning Ayo's back with cooldowns. You got to be nervous of them. That said, the turret is going to help force down that second barrier. Do or die moment for the likes of Rule4RealQuick to stay in this tournament. That was some scary geometry. Squishy doesn't win the strike war. Comes back the other side. Bewitching Beam back up to Zinnia. Now drops the core flip. It's caught by Esper, who does a great job juggling it through those night market walls. Pass back down to Ayo. Gets bullied by Esper. Bewitching Beam misses. Core up for grabs. And in it goes. That's going to do it. A Pug's life advances to the grand final. Credit to Ayo for that last goal. Wow. What an amazing end to that. I mean, look. A Pug's life for the better team. They're going to take out this series 2-0. In fact, it was a sweep in that second one. But I cannot be too upset with how that, with how Rule4RealQuick performed. They were in it. They were in it till the end. Some very exciting rallies, some very exciting back and forth moments. A quick look at the damages on that one. Esper put through 24k damage, which is kind of insane when you think about it. Like Esper really doing a fantastic job there. But the KO game was run by Ayo. Those 7 KOs, 6 goals. Ayo just an absolute beast. So it's time to kind of gear up and get ready for our final series of the night. A grand final. It's going to be between the two teams we kind of always expected it would be. EGGFUCT taking on a Pug's Life, the rematch. Coming at you when we return.